What's up? What's up? What's up? Birdman in the house. Monday evening. We got home at dark 30, actually 2:30 in the morning. We got home from Mexico late. Plane, lost luggage, all kinds of good stuff. I got all my luggage today, so toothbrush, shave kit, all that stuff showed up today. Kind of cool. But I had to rough it today. Man, it was a rough day because I had appointments from 7 and my calendar looks like Chinese trigonometry. But I'm back for day 2 of 10. Yesterday we did day 1 of 10, and we talked about the 80-20 principle, the Pareto principle, and then breaking that down into the 16-4. And I got a lot of comments, a lot of input from that, so that was really kind of cool. But you know what? Today we're talking about number 2 of 10, clean up your messes. What's that look like? What does that mean? Clean up your messes. Well, I'm going to share it with you, really. It's acknowledgement is the key to cleaning up your messes and moving on. So now you're getting an idea what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the kitchen. I'm not talking about cleaning your house. I'm talking about your personal shit. You're cleaning up your messes, right? And if you look at that, so I came back from the Freedom Summit, and it was really just a high-minded event to really focus on what it would take to be completely free. Not just financially free. I think that's really the underlying tone of it, but what goes beyond that besides just being financially free? It's cleaning up all your other shit, all your other messes that are out there, right? And the only way to clean up your messes is to acknowledge it. So for me personally, this one stung. At first I was like, clean up your messes. I'm thinking maybe a financial thing that I can clean up, or maybe a relationship with the friend or something that I could clean up a little bit. But when you really dig in at it, and when you have like a zero tolerance for what this mess looks like, wow, it got a lot more powerful. And so all of a sudden, I started writing down words of what it could be, that was holding us up. And resistance, denial, head in the sand, stupidity, anger, resentment, revenge, hatred. And I realized those are all negative emotions on the negative and positive scale. Those are all negative emotions, and you've heard me coach this and talk about this in the past. You can't have positive and negative emotions in your body at the same time. They just cannot exist at the same time. You could switch like a switch, right? You can go from anger to love and all these other things, and fear to joy and gratitude to resistance or abundance to lack. I mean, all these things can be switched in a moment's notice, but you cannot have both at the same time. So I looked at the items that I might have been keeping this clean up your messes kind of held hostage in my belly. And hey, Adam, Molly, Chris, thanks for joining, Lola. But it took me a little bit to like let this sink in, and it actually sank in a little later after giving this some thought and really focusing on what I was going to lay out for the 10 things that really impacted me, the top 10 takeaways that I'm sharing with you for this is, again, day 2, clean up your messes. And now listen, if you did it, if you caused it, if you did not correct it, if you allowed it, it's still your shit. It's still a mess in your life, and you have to clean that up. You have to commit to cleaning that up. And, I talk a lot about, the self-growth journey and all this. I really dig that stuff. I really do enjoy that. And I've got much more transparent because we're all human. I get it. This is not, you should do this. I'm not shitting on you at all. And I love that. Don't shit on me, right? What this is just an acknowledgement. Are you willing to look at cleaning up your messes in your life? Friendships, relationships, bosses, lies, all BS, all that stuff. Are you willing to really take a look at that stuff and fix it at a high level? And if you are, then it can't hold you hostage anymore. Then it doesn't exist in that, that thing that you hold on to. You could literally let that go. And, yesterday when I talked about the 80-20 principle, and that's not that easy to take and write down 100 people and then list maybe your top 20 favorites or your top 20 that you like the most or you get along with the most or whatever that is, right? And people may have all different categories of, I like these people because I party with them. I like these people because I work out with them. I like these people because they inspire and lift me. And then when we look at our messes, they may be in those same categories, right? So again, I'm kind of talking to myself. I'm not shitting on you, but for me, I looked at what are those messes, There's some undone things that when it comes up, it raises my negative vibration. It reminds me that I don't feel that good about it. It really kind of channels me in a direction of fear or anger, resentment, or whatever it is, right? I said resistance, denial, stupidity, anger, resentment, revenge, hatred, all the negative emotions. I have them on my wall. I have like this scale. And at the very top, you have joy, passion, empowerment, freedom, love, appreciation. At the bottom of the scale, you have grief, despair, depression, powerlessness, jealousy, insecurity, guilt, unworthiness, right? That's a big one, unworthy. And then again at the top, enthusiasm, eagerness, happiness, positive, expectation, belief. Belief's a big word for me in 2020. Because if you believe it, then your enthusiasm will follow through. And if you spell out enthusiasm, the last part of that is I am sold myself, right? So if you believe in this stuff, if you believe in this little pixie dust, Martha Bird, Helen, how you doing? If you believe in this pixie dust stuff, that your energy is creating other energies, right? So what you focus on expands. What happens if you get rid of all your messes? What happens if you clean up your messes? I mean, think about that for a minute. I just take a deep breath and I picture myself picking a couple of those messes. Maybe they're relationship deals you didn't want to deal with. Maybe it's friendship. Maybe it's work. Maybe it's, a neighbor. It could be anything. Do you have a neighbor that you're just pissy with and you're just throwing things over the fences, or you're just, doing things purposefully just to irritate each other? That's a mess, in my opinion. And that can be cleaned up, or it could be compartmentalized and left alone. But for me, the message this week, number 2 of 10, is cleaning up your messes. Acknowledgement is the key to this and moving on from that. So, again, what about if we commit to cleaning up your messes in the month of February? Matter of fact, it's a leap year, 2/29/20. Happens every 4 years. And I read this amazing thing about the leap year today that was really fascinating. Back in the 1500 ADs, they were adding days to the calendar rather than, having every 4th year. It's the rotation of the sun. Every 4 years, you have to add a day to keep the clock in order. Pretty cool stuff. But anyway, what about, it's powerful. The leap year is a powerful, cosmic date for a lot of people. What about if you said, I'm focused, I'm committed to cleaning up my messes by 2/29? You know who you are. You know who they are. You know what they are, in my opinion, right? I have my own, not going to share. I don't think you should share. But what about, hey, Emily, what's happening? What about if we committed to cleaning up those messes and cleaning up that bowl in our lives by 2/29/20, or at least having a game plan to do that? That's my takeaway. That's my number 2 out of 10 of most powerful takeaways from my Freedom Summit in Mexico over the last week. Again, yesterday was 80/20. Friends, and really, focus quintiling your friends. I talked about it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. And then number 2 today is cleaning up your messes. So hopefully you find that valuable. Watch for number 3 tomorrow as I go through these top 10. There's some real nuggets coming along in here. I'm not going to show it to you, but that's look at my notes. Look at that. That's 1 day of notes. I told you I was taking notes on my socks. I ran out of paper and stuff. Anyway, guys, appreciate you. I committed to doing it once a day for 10 days, so here I am. I am fried. I've been up since, I don't know, got home at 2:30, got up at 7, and just been grinding all day. I can't even see, my eyes hurt, but I'm here, I'm doing it, committed, and I'm cleaning up my messes. Have a great day. I'll talk to you all, but thanks everybody that joined. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.